settled in? Should we pour the whiskeys now, or
We'll lead into it.
okay?
We'll lead into that one.
So like a drunkard. So do we pour them now, or do we pour them now?
Do we pour them now or 5 minutes? Now.
Now.
Welcome to another episode of the Extraordinary Gentleman. Mm-hmm. Joining us as always is our friend Zach.
Hi everyone.
And we got our shifty fellow over here, Carter.
Hello.
Just three of us today, but that'll be all right, I'm sure.
I'm fine with that.
More pizza and more whiskey for us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Alex could commit,
Right.
that would
Well,
be nice.
we didn't set a day. Until...
Right. And he said he had plans.
I guess technically we also did say that we were going to do it next week, but that's okay.
Well, also, this was also intended to be on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But then we kind of analyzed that.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be
Sundays are
honest,
bad days for podcasting.
We were going to do
They
this
really are.
Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
And then it was
And then that fell
Some
apart.
Partly
some
my-
stuff fell
my-
So
apart there.
that's something that makes us so ordinary is we just can't stick to a schedule.
No.
You know?
I don't know
It's
if
so
that's
extraordinary.
Is it really?
No, it's not. I'm sure a regular person probably has a good schedule.
Yeah.
Most people probably do.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Like, I just don't feel like it.
Yeah, no.
I'm
Let's do it tomorrow. Yeah. No, we all agree, though, that Sundays are not very
Sundays
good.
are not a good day
That's not
for
a good
that.
day. I need sleeping time.
Yes, Sundays are
I
a
gotta
day
get up
for
at 4.
sleeps.
I can do that on
It's also
Sunday.
it's also a nap day too.
Mm-hmm.
Designated.
Sundays
up from
are
nap.
Sundays are nap day and then sleep day, because those are two different things.
Right.
Napping and sleeping are two different things. So you know.
That's my Monday. Monday's sleep day because I have the day off.
Oh, yeah.
Like I will sleep until usually 10 or 11 on a
that-
Monday, and
that
that
sucks.
is luxurious.
Yeah,
We
I
had,
bet.
that is a win-win. I guess since we did have Memorial Day weekend, is there anything you guys want to talk about that happened to you guys over this long, luxurious week?
I got bit by a fish.
Yeah,
You did?
Carter
Yeah.
and I went fishing, and he caught a nice northern. How big was it?
25 inches.
That was the one that thrashed you?
Yeah.
Okay, that is nice. It's not bad. Yeah, so you pick it up at the gill plate and just shredded your finger.
Oh.
Well, it's because I grabbed it and I didn't get a good grip on the jawbone,
Yeah.
so it just started to
Yeah.
flip the crap out, and
Oh yeah.
it just I got my finger caught in the gills and it just shredded it.
Yep. They're like rib cage going up to their mouth, and their gills right here, like the
Right.
bones right there,
Yep.
super sharp.
Yeah,
I mean,
that hurt really bad.
not as sharp as their teeth, but pretty.
So it was too big
hurts.
to grab by the
back.
It was
Back of the neck. You
it was
could.
it was chunky.
Yeah, when you grab a northern like that, you do need two hands. Like if you're gonna grab from the back of the neck, you have to like hold it upside down.
It's a two-hander.
It's a two-hander.
It's a two-hander, all right.
But for the pictures, you can't be two-handing a fish when you want a good picture because it's all about hiding the hand. It's the art of hiding the hand. So you
easier
gotta
to-
stick your two fingers up the gill plate facing you, and then hold it out in front of the camera to make it look like the northern.
I wasn't even trying to take a picture. I was just trying to pick it up.
pick it up.
I was just trying to pick it up. I was just trying to get it. I don't even remember what we were doing. I think I was just trying to get it out of the boat.
Exactly.
And I was just like, this seems like a good idea.
Yeah, so we went fishing. Carter caught two nice 25 inches.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
225s.
Yep.
Was
Yeah,
it
I-
the same?
Right.
No, because we kept the other one.
We ate them. It's real tasty.
So he had a brother.
And then the biggest one I caught, unfortunately, was only 24 and a half.
Small, an inch smaller.
And I was
It's not even.
Yeah,
it's
well,
now.
the problem was I was using big bait to catch it.
Big bait,
I was
big
throwing,
fish.
I was throwing husky tails,
That's what you do.
for muskies. Well, for the big ones, and actually,
Maps. You get those maps,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, this is basically a glorified map.
It's just a
bigger
giant maps.
because it is an inline spinner with a skirt. Yeah,
Oh, is it like the cowgirl or whatever?
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
like the
kinda.
cowgirl almost.
Yeah.
it's so I used a black and orange one, and I threw it out. And actually, the first thing I caught was like a tiny northern, like 18 inches.
Baby.
It was like the lure itself was half the size of the northern. He still ate it. And so that kind of sucked because that meant that a lot of those small northerns that are infesting that lake
There's a lot of small
are going
northerns
to
that
go
weekend.
for that. So I needed even bigger. So I put on a bigger husky tail, and I did catch the 24-incher. But that was it. Like I was kind of hoping for a 30-incher, like at least, because I know they're in there.
Oh yeah. Well,
Alex-
I mean, we know
yeah.
there's a 30-incher in there because we ate one of the 30 inches.
Yeah, and Alex had a follow of like 35
What's the biggest
That's massive.
pike you've
ever
guys
caught.
caught on that lake?
On that lake, the biggest I've ever caught is only 28 inches.
28.
Lane
But
caught.
out of anyone,
Lane it has the record with a 33.
33.
Nice.
Yep, on that lake. And the biggest northern we know was caught was this old guy who lives on the lake. He's lived there for like 20 years.
The Obi-Wan of the lake.
The Obi-Wan, pretty much. And instead of Mos Eisley,
I murdered your father. Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
what's the Thumb Wars? Who is this man? Your father. A fatherly man. A man whose father was... Anyway, this old guy who's been there forever caught a 42-inch northern on wolf. And was it Carter? You were the one that looked up? Or was it your brother?
Connor looked it
Yeah,
up.
Connor looked it up that the state record is from Wolf Lake.
No.
Yeah, for northerns.
Supposedly it's
You
from
just
Wolf
gave away the
Lake.
lake now.
Like they're gonna drive all the way up there to go
All-
to Wolf, this crappy lake
How
in the
many
middle of
subscribers do
nowhere.
we have? Like 6?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all 6 subscribers that are
And they don't know how to
facing.
catch them. I just told them how. I did tell them what not to catch them on. So I thinned.
Dynamite's usually the one to go.
Yeah. Yep.
Usually bring a giant bug zapper and just throw it in the middle of the lake, and
Yeah.
that usually works pretty
Yeah.
good.
I troll with that.
Yeah, I troll with that. That would be good. That's a good trolling bait.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
Big bug zapper.
Yeah.
That's a great trolling bait.
Did he say when he caught that? About?
Like 7 years ago,
Okay.
a while ago.
What'd you meet him?
Huh?
Where'd you meet that guy?
Oh. My mother and I went on a nice canoe ride when we first moved there, and
You live there now.
yes,
They live there
Yep,
now.
live there all the time.
They live
He's-
in the cabin.
While we were in quarantine, he
While we-
studied the
yeah.
musky blade.
Okay, we got a cabin there, and we took a nice canoe ride up to the outlet into another famous lake of the area, and there at the end we got out. We're like, oh, there's a truck here on this road that isn't supposed to be driven on, and we see this guy, and there's a dam, stopping the algae getting into the creek.
Is he blowing up the dam?
No, he's got a fish trap going.
Oh.
He's catching minnows because he doesn't like buying bait in
Makes
town.
I'm
sense.
gonna spend $3.99
On a shiner.
2 dozen minnows.
I mean, it makes sense. If you have the trap, you
and
might as well.
It's good. They're good bait fish. So he got a bunch of those, and we just talked him up for a little bit. He had this adorable little golden retriever with him. I haven't seen him since, but he just told us. Yeah, he told us where he lived. Told us how long he's lived there, and
And now he's dead.
he didn't give us any like fishing tips. He just like, yep, pretty much anywhere shallow, you'll catch.
Tip 1.
Northerns.
Make sure you're on the lake
Yep.
and your bait is in water.
Yep, that's a tough one.
That's pretty hard on that lake.
I'm thinking you could catch a loon easier than you could some species of fish.
Well, I mean, as we found out
Yeah.
with Brooklyn's little follow that he
Yeah.
had from the loon,
Loons are suicidal.
he literally threw in, what
Yeah,
was it? Was
and-
it Mike the Pike?
Yep, and fun fact, loons can swim, what is it, 25
They're
miles
so
an hour
fast. It looks like a
underwater?
missile underwater. It's
They're
terrifying.
so fast.
Pretty sure, like whales, loons, I'm sure like belugas and stuff too. But like certain things that you're not supposed, sea turtles, things that you're not supposed to encounter, always try to follow you.
Oh, it's true. It was. Well, Brooklyn was
I'm
being
gonna screw this guy over.
Brooklyn was
Watch
being
this.
stupid because he literally threw it right at the loon, right as it went under the water, and he just like had to crank it in because he was like, "This loon is gonna try to eat my bait."
Yeah, this Google says that loons, this is for flying, I think, but yeah, loons could fly 80 miles an hour.
Never
80?
seen one. Have you ever seen a loon fly or take off or land?
Or,
I mean,
from the
they're-
water,
they're
too.
fast.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never actually seen a loon do anything.
They don't do it often because they live at the lakes and they try to keep that lake in their possession forever as their territory.
Right.
So they only leave to get either different food sources or, mating. So I can't quite find the underwater speed, but it's
fast.
It's
no matter
dang
what
fast.
It is. It looks quick.
Interesting.
It's kind of scary.
Well, so that's good. So you caught a big pike.
Big pike.
Um,
Brooklyn caught a big pike too.
Brooklyn caught a pike. Okay.
Brooklyn caught a 30-incher.
we ate them. If the pike are so good.
Were they?
Like,
I didn't eat that.
You
much
guys are
of
good at
it.
getting the Y bone out?
Yeah, well, so me and Brooklyn filleted them,
So-
and we're still learning how to get the Y bones out. And so,
nicely.
That's why we need to fillet more pike. Whenever we
Right.
go up there, we just have to keep the pike and we just
Yeah.
have to fillet them.
but you can't really learn on the small pike because you don't know if you're doing it quite right.
I guess that's true.
You need to catch big pike and you need to butcher them. So that's what me and Brooklyn did. We caught these pike. We learned a couple methods on YouTube. I already had a method that I liked, but this one apparently is like better in every way. So we tried this new one. I couldn't quite figure it out. And I just said, screw it. And so I would have like this fillet and it would have the Y bones in part of it. And then like half of it had the Y bones and half of it didn't. So I ended up just making sure and pretty much cutting the whole thing in half, just to be 100% sure that I didn't get a Y bone. Because that is the worst. It's eating a northern and getting Y bones in your throat. Mm-hmm. It's awful.
They get stuck.
Yet northern meat is
delicious.
delicious. Same with walleye. I don't think there's actually like a huge difference in flavor among fish species. It's more so the temperature of
Except
the
for
water.
bass, I would say.
Even so, smallmouth bass, as long as you catch them deep, and that's where they live,
Yeah, I
it
guess.
tastes very similar.
You're
But
saying
that's
it's more
different
dependent
though,
on
because
the-
it's a smallmouth
It's
compared
highly
to a
dependent.
largemouth.
Right, but I'd say if a largemouth did stay, they don't go deep by their nature. But if
No.
they did, I think they taste the same as a smallmouth.
I mean, you can catch them pretty deep depending on what time of the year it is.
Yeah, but smallmouths stay deep for a lot longer. Like their habitats are more often rocks than anything else.
They're spawning up shallow too, so
Right, they spawn shell. All fish spawn
All fish
shallow.
spawn shallow.
But yeah, their primary residence. Bass are deep, walleye are deeper, northern sometimes deeper than that. It depends.
Oh, and they're just stupid.
Yeah. Well, this lake is shallow all around. So they're everywhere.
I mean, it's literally just
And
like
you get lake
it's
trout.
20.
And
It's 20 feet.
Yeah, and lake trout are at the bottom of the lake all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's the best fish.
that's so good. And that's because it's cold down there. Mm-hmm. Colder fish taste better. It's like they're naturally refrigerated all the time. It's great.
That's why deep sea fishing is the best because it's so dark. And
I
it's
don't even know
so
if I want to
deep.
try deep sea fishing.
I think I'd
honestly.
get sick.
Yeah.
On the boat.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I would.
I've
You've been.
when we were in Hawaii, like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Actually caught that thing on the wall right over there. Don't you know?
No, you didn't.
I caught that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was real. I thought that was a fake.
It's not. It's stuffed.
The plastic,
right.
the plastic looking tuna.
Yeah.
Well, it's a model off the photo. It's instead of it actually being stuffed, it's just they just tape the dimensions.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
it's just like
Cast.
it's a model.
It's
Gotcha.
supposed to be really close to the color that came
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
When it's alive, because those things dull down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like
on,
when it-
on the wall.
Well,
in real
no,
life.
no, no, no. Like when
you
the time
pull
you
them
take
out
it out of the water, they throw it on ice. By the time 30 minutes later you get to dock, it's like gray.
Yeah.
There's the other fish. I forget what it is.
Marlin.
No, it's like a barracuda looking thing, but it's not a barracuda. In the entryway, that has some nice color. That was just like completely gray, universal, just one color.
Yep.
By the time that came in, that one still had some yellow on it.
Did they put them on ice or did they have them in a live well?
They threw them on ice. So when we went out, is
Put them on ice. That's
you
weird.
you're basically paying for the gas. Nice, Carter. So they basically put it on ice because they're selling it, and that's where they basically make the profit. It's not on the trip.
Oh, I see. So you basically like you catch the
You're paying
fish
for the gas.
and then
Yep.
they still keep it and butcher it.
Well, but yeah, butcher. Is that the right term?
Oh,
Butcher.
clean.
If there was a where they're going to sell it. But yeah,
Right.
but you're
Right.
Butcher
Butcher's
it
usually the
clean.
You know, they depending on how successful the
Harvest.
trip is, they're going to come out pretty well. But yeah, I caught that thing on the way back to port.
So you're saying you gave up and then you caught one.
Well, so Sam was the one that took the first shot at catching a fish, and he caught that big 30-pound thing.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
And pulled that in, and that was pretty big. And then that's probably like 37, high 30s. Trying to, so the listeners know.
Weight or
Yeah, but the listeners are like,
or
man,
length.
this
No,
sounds
length.
really interesting for the colors.
Yeah, deep sea fishing.
Yeah.
But then,
you know how it
but then I
goes.
caught this on the way back in, like the last 15 minutes. It's a yellowfin tuna.
tuna.
And I'm like, oh man, this thing's big. This
Yeah.
thing's big.
It's not
'Cause I've
big.
never been deep sea fishing.
Yeah.
And it pulls in. It's like 10, 15 pound, 28-inch.
It's still a tuna.
Well, yeah, but it's like, wow,
Among the
this
ocean
was like
fish.
this is way more powerful than like a trout or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're just
This
it's
is like
so
just crank.
strong.
Cranking. And I'm like, oh. It was cool. But
They're so strong.
But I did get sick, and that was like a 6-hour trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm
And-
worried about.
And I, was thinking like, I've been at Cap, I've been on some of the Great Lakes. I've never gotten sick. I'm like, it was like 45 minutes in. I'm like, I need to
I need
sit
to,
somewhere where the sky's not moving.
Do you know what I need? A drink.
You need some drink. All right,
I
that's a
need
good
some
segue.
drinks.
I need some drink.
Oh, that's a good segue.
Wake
So
up.
what we got today is basically, I wouldn't call it a Knob Creek. Maybe it's a Jim Beam selection. So
I'm
Carter,
good with
since
that.
you're in the middle, do you want to pour us some of that Knob Creek 100 proof small batch
I don't.
as a starter?
It's all mine now.
Yeah, drink it from the glass.
What is this?
My glass?
Yes, it's very fancy.
I thought you knew what that was because I was expecting if you didn't to ask sooner. That is my Norlin whiskey glass.
The crap. I'm assuming it's vacuumed on the inside.
It's
to
like
keep
it's the Yeti of whiskey glass.
Yeah, that's what I
yeah.
assumed.
And it's got like little fins in there for swirling around so you get better nose on it. I love it. I have a matte black one that has a black finish on the outside so you don't get fingerprints because I'm, aesthetic kind of guy. It gets fingerprints pretty easily. But
You can't be playing your computer games. Set
No.
your whiskey glass down and then the monitor's light
in the
like,
dark.
In the dark.
You can't even see the glass. I mean,
You can't have that happening to you.
Oh no.
All right, so this is
this is a baseline. This is
Baseline.
our baseline. This is essentially why we're drinking it. Classic, Knob Creek, 100 proof, small batch, non-age statement. And recently they added if I'm correct, they added a age statement to the Knob Creek back again. It used to have it. It used to be 9 years, I believe, and now the 9-year age statement is back with us.
It smells delicioso.
Yeah.
it tastes delicious too. It's classic. This is like a classic bourbon taste. I mean, it's
Yep.
like honey, sweet,
Cherry.
flavorful, fruity.
Yep.
It's got a little bit of everything, but nothing too much.
Yeah,
It's
it's got that
oaky.
classic Jim Beam nuttiness to it. You guys will probably hear a lot if you look into stuff. And, Jim Beam kind of has everyone has a signature. Jim Beam's is a nuttiness to it. So
An onionness,
Nuttiness.
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 That would be
It's got
interesting.
tastes like Funyuns.
layers.
There's lots of layers to this whiskey.
Whiskey is like
How so? It
ogres.
tastes like onions.
This is a good one. $35. When we get it up here, it's
It's hard to beat, for the price
it's just hard to beat.
in general.
It's just like my collection has grown, and it's been a while since I came into this. Back, to the 100 proof small batch. It's nice.
How much was the rye variant of this? I remember really,
I think it's about
really
35 the
like
same.
it. Still, okay.
The small batch rye.
Yep.
That's what's wonderful about Knob Creek is like the lowest it gets is 50% alcohol. I mean that's pretty great.
It's a lot of drunk for your buck.
That's a lot of drunk for your buck.
But I was talking to Zach, and we were talking, Basil Hayden, another Jim Beam pop product. It's kind of, it's like the I'm expensive kind of image. So they
This is
just
a luxury whiskey.
right.
This is the leather seats of whiskey.
But you
This
know,
is the Trail Premium of whiskeys.
yeah. But it's it's not shooting it down because it's it's good. It's got its own field that excels at. But you're 40 proof and you're that 10-year one that I have that cost me $73
For the 750.
Yeah,
Yeah.
40 proof 10-year.
Crap.
That's I would not buy it again
Right.
ever.
You gotta try it
I
though.
mean, yeah.
Once.
We could try that at some point if we had more time and we're feeling good. But then we could compare that to the Knob Creek. But yeah, so I mean it's not superb. 40 proof, it's light, but 50 nothing to scoff at.
I want to
You
try
gave us a lot. Now we gotta finish this
expensive.
before we gotta come up with stuff to talk about.
Some filler.
Finish this.
Yeah.
So we can
That
go
was a
on.
healthy
Yeah.
pour you gave us.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. We could just slam it. Nothing's stopping us.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is I'm just
So-
gonna get rid of it.
The Whiskey Tribe / Vault did a little video about
I
best.
love those guys.
Yep, love them. Best snack pairings with.
You watched that?
whiskeys. I did watch it. It was the same. I still haven't finished it because I fell asleep halfway through. I have a bad habit of just watching videos only, primarily as I'm falling asleep, going to bed.
I love doing that though.
Yeah, that's the best.
well,
History Channel, Modern Marvels.
Yeah.
Gone.
Modern
Gone.
Marvels.
well, yeah, 'cause it's
Mythbusters?
always like specific channels that'll put you to sleep.
It's the voice.
You're right.
How it's made.
Yep.
David Attenborough.
Dude, yeah, how it's made. Gone. David. Actually, no, I love listening to David Attenborough.
I could see that. Where
It's
just
not
like,
just calm voices.
Right.
There's something about the voice.
Well,
It doesn't,
but it's like I kind of understand what you mean with David Attenborough, where it kind of sucks you in.
It's an intriguing. Like
It's-
your brain has to like work to
Yeah.
listen to him.
It's like the natural sleuth. It's just like the sleuth. The sleuth.
It's because we're so like our brains are just not capable of processing David Attenborough.
Yeah.
That
right.
we use so much energy to process
Right.
what he's saying as he's saying it.
He's just so British.
We're like a half a second behind, so we have to process it, and then by the time we have more information, then we're just cranking through it.
So back to the snack pairings. And the video was about cheap whiskeys with cheap snacks, so it wasn't like, pairing a salty snack with a high end whiskey.
Here's a
That would
$1,000 whiskey.
ruin your palate. But I think their favorites were classic pretzels. Right, that was
Of course.
it's so good.
Oh yeah.
And then one that I agreed with was the bottled and bond.
Was it the was
Evan
it the
Williams.
Was it
Evan
the
Williams, yeah,
The white,
with-
white bottle.
Yeah, the white bottle
Yep.
with Funyuns. They said it wasn't like it didn't add anything, but they're just both are so good, cheap by themselves that was a good pairing.
It's a college Friday night.
It is.
Wasn't one
Yeah.
of them white cheddar Cheez-Its too?
I think it was regular
I
Cheez-Its.
don't think they had it.
It was regular Cheez-Its.
They. I think they just said they like it. Mm-hmm. If I'm mistaken, I might be mistaken.
Well, everyone go watch that and tell us where we're wrong, because we probably are. But
they
that's
have to know.
Yep, and then-
if you're listening to this, you have to know about
yeah,
that channel.
and then you'll keep watching, and then they'll be like, "Man, these guys are idiots."
We are or they are.
We are.
Oh, no,
Well, yeah, we're
Yeah.
definitely.
This is called whiskey.
This is a whiskey without an E.
I'm confused. Sometimes it has E, sometimes it doesn't. That's actually an episode probably that we have to cover at some point.
Uh-huh.
Is E versus not E?
E just doesn't have one.
Not
Yep.
E.
We're just
It's kinda like-
or can we invent whiskey with a IE at the end?
That'd be sick.
WHISKIE.
I don't see why not.
I'm gonna legally change my name to LA-A, so I can be called
Ladasha.
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 Oh
I
man,
gotta check the battery percentage on this laptop. It's not. Yeah, we're fine.
we're
I
good.
just rubbed up against the mic. That'll be awesome.
Ladasha.
Dylan's got a nice pour.
He gave me a lot.
I'm sorry. I
guess
I
I'm
poured
Paul,
yours
but
with
I
my
don't
right hand, and I poured yours with my left
Why does
hand,
that
which I was because my left hand is non-dominant, and I just
So
always.
you're like, you said you poured mine with your right hand.
I don't know why that yours has so much more.
So it's like you were concentrating not to mess up on your left so much that
No, yeah,
you
seriously.
lost all ability and like.
I was concentrating so much more with my left hand to pour.
Are you guys done with yours?
I'm done.
Yeah, we're done.
I'll finish mine. I got like a
I gave you way too much. I'm sorry.
Shot and a half.
Yeah, that's at least an ounce and a half.
Oops.
Boom, down the hatch.
Oh my god.
Do you want some of this water?
I can get mine.
Okay.
Oh my god. 50%.
50%. 50%. I was about to say the same thing. You know, 100 proof.
Oh my god. They call it Kentucky hug. You can feel it going down.
It's
Yep.
definitely a Kentucky hug.
Kentucky hug.
It's like a sister brother Kentucky something.
It's like the Charmin bear.
It's
coming
something
to hug you.
It's something that shouldn't happen, but still does.
Okay, next one.
Right, so after that,
As
small
Dylan's
batch-
dying.
yeah, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're gonna fall in love. The next one that we're doing, basically, as we said, it's a baseline. This small batch.
Everyone, give me your glasses so that I don't screw this up again.
So they recently being, you know, maybe 6 months. I'm not entirely sure. Recent for us in Minnesota, released an Knob Creek 12-year age statement. 100 proof. It is a mix, but it is minimum 12 years old. I keep it on there because it sometimes makes it easier to release these artificial corks. You'll find that some of it has. It's kind of tough to get these Knob Creek ones out. So
I
this,
forgot to do the sound. No, so you already opened it.
they're all the same.
Yeah,
all
that's
those
true.
Knob Creek, you just do.
You know,
You
when you do it the second time, it gets all lubricated.
Well,
and
it's
stuff.
synthetic, so it's it's not
Yeah.
that great, anyways.
That first one was pretty good though.
But so this, love the label design, blue and gold. Wow, amazing.
Yep.
Do we want more than that?
No, just the taste.
That's perfect.
Just enough for flavor.
You guys can. I don't care if you guys want some.
I don't want more than that.
So this is the small. No, not small batch. It is a blend, but it's blended with minimum of 12 years old. 100 proof also, so the proof is the same. It's about 79-80% the same. Finished, I thought when I did this last time was very much an improvement. So this is about a $30 jump in price. This is $60. I actually found this at the Colburn's. Zach, I think they might have some more. So
Way
that's the
more than
thing.
I thought there was.
So I could probably pick you up a bottle if you're interested.
I'll buy one myself. I'm on my way out tomorrow.
I could.
Oh, this is very, very delicious. So, very different flavor
Get those
profile.
flavors.
It's like 25% better. The finish. It's all in the finish. Sweeter,
Yeah, you're.
not as spiky.
Yeah.
Coronavirus!
Yeah, how to try and sneeze silently. It's just a.
Now, what you gotta do is you gotta go.
No,
hold
that
it
would,
in.
That would blow my eyes out.
You never done that before?
Yes.
You
It
die.
It hurts.
You lose 3 seconds of your life.
I have, so as a man grows older, things stop working. First of all, and also it is a second fact. I say that as if I'm like super old.
How old are you?
21. 21.
I'm waiting on my sinuses.
Jeez, he's getting the ultimate sniff of that.
That
out there.
hurts so bad.
The alcohol
I
is
was
going
gonna say-
all through his sinuses. Coronavirus
Yep.
isn't going to stand a chance.
Oh,
It
it's
is
so
a
screwed.
steady linear curve, linear path of how loud your sneezes get as you age.
What?
Oh, I thought it
yeah.
was gonna be like
Especially, yeah.
if
this-
the older
this-
you get, the more chance you have to accidentally pee yourself when you sneeze.
Well, yes, that does increase too.
That's
But
only if you have a baby.
as a man,
Yeah, I'm just joking.
Oh.
It's for women.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
could be for men.
Yep.
Who knows?
who's
Who's to say?
Man, we just steal quotes and
We're
stuff.
stealing everything.
I know. I wish we had an original. If you guys have an original comment that you would like to give us, please put in the comments.
If we steal an original comment,
Patent pending.
yeah, does that make it original for us? I hope
If
so.
he gives us consent, probably. There was a kid in high school that used to sneeze like he was yelling.
Yeah.
So you're saying
That's great.
Like, what is the percentage? What's the increase? Of
Well, he's basically like a
loudness?
50-year-old man at that point.
Well, it's all percentage. So if you sneeze at
It was
let's just say
100.
60 decibels, right? And
Okay.
let's do the baseline of
Like, it was a yell.
Let's do 15.
It was a
right.
yell.
Yeah. I think maybe once you get to a certain decibel level, it becomes movement of the body.
He had full
like
movement.
power of the
No, it
power
was-
of the sneeze as
he,
well.
He curled, like arched his back, and then came forward and like
Yeah.
went in the bear's attacking you
Yeah.
position, and where you just like put
Yep.
your head in your gut.
So he must have been faking it a little.
no.
I mean, oh come on.
No, he did it for 4 years.
Jeez. Poor
Every
kid.
class I had it in. It was.
Poor kid.
I thought like the first year it was an act.
Yeah.
Year 2,
kept doing it.
it was like this is
Yep.
something.
Maybe he was
wrong
just
with
so
him.
far like it was a joke at first, and now he's so deep.
He's
that he
committed.
he
Like
can't-
that is
yeah,
the
you gotta
muscle memory
commit.
at that point.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
broke
Actually, yeah, maybe it wasn't even a
himself.
joke anymore. Like it started off as like they say when if you hold a face for too long, it sticks. You know, if you make a dumb face, you'll always look dumb. Like that. You do the sneeze as a joke.
Like the "Are you a wizard" face.
Yeah. Are you a wizard?
Are you a wizard?
Yeah, possibly. But I've seen videos. One video in particular of like a 65, 70-year-old man who broke the recliner he was in by sneezing. Obviously, it was a crap recliner, but you shouldn't be able to break a recliner by, going achoo and then
Dawson would do it just by looking at something.
probably.
Well, that's just Dawson
That's
because
because
he's
it-
literally accident prone
Yep.
and would probably trip over his own
But that's
feet.
what I'm
if
saying.
he-
If Dawson exists, there's probably a second version of that.
as an old man. That'd be terrifying,
Dawson is,
actually.
oh my gosh.
Dawson as an old man, like he's just like a frail old man, just like he
Would he be
basically.
frail? Or would he like still be able to crush you?
Well, I'm saying
Well,
like if he's a
based on
frail
how
old
tough-
man,
how tough his grandpa is.
He's a tough old man.
yeah, Lauren's pretty tough.
Lauren's pretty tough.
Is there I feel like there's a scale, a chart. The shorter you are as an old person, the tougher you are.
I think
It's
also,
'cause
There's
you're
proportional
stout.
balance.
right. You got to be short and stout. You can't just be short.
No, you gotta
You can't be
stout.
stout and tall.
No,
Right.
that's weird.
Well, then you're, either famous or then you're Andre the Giant.
Like I guess like Sylvester Stallone or something would be
That's why Danny
but
DeVito.
how tall is he?
He's not even that tall. Sylvester Stallone's like I don't even think it's 6 foot.
Five.
I
I
don't
think
think
he's
it's 6
like
foot.
5'11".
I'm gonna call 5'6".
All right, there we go. Google.
I mean, it's
Even
like that's why Danny DeVito will never die because he's short and stout.
Here's to hoping.
No,
Yeah, here's the open.
when we get that Wolverine
started
movie,
blasting.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, did you hear about the Wolverine movie?
when we
People
get
wanted-
that Danny
There's a
DeVito
petition.
Wolverine movie,
Petitions solve everything.
What was the guesses?
I said
5'7",
5'11".
I think.
5'10".
Oh, I'm
So he's
Sylvester Stallone. He's average
my
height.
dad's supposed to be 5'10", so he's supposed to be. That's short.
you're that's not
by
short.
modern. Yeah, people are taller these days. They just are.
5
in the
foot
milk.
Yeah,
11
it's in the
is
milk.
short.
5'10".
He's 5'10".
Yeah,
That's
and
average.
average or shorter.
Right, but I'm 6'1" ish.
Yeah. Take it from someone who is short. I'm like 5'7", 5'8", if my back isn't.
There
like,
is some.
slouching.
I would like to see a chart.
I
Somebody
can't
needs to make
help
a
you
chart
there.
and record from like 1950
Mm-hmm.
to now, and just I want to see the chart of average height.
There is
and
well,
just
there
see
is
if that
one,
goes
and
up.
I looked at one when I was feeling self-conscious, and it is about a 3-inch.
No.
Oh, I need to specify.
Yeah,
what,
above average. height. Above average height. Safe search.
Incognito mode.
It was like from like 19. I think the study started at like 35. The average height for a man was 5'8".
wait.
In
1935.
1935,
Okay.
an average man's height
It was
was
like
5'8".
5'8". Yeah. In America. This
So
is
you
not.
were
This is not a
average.
global. So I was average 90.
We need to
or-
go back.
Yeah, 90
Zach.
years ago.
Yeah, but then they started putting like growth hormones and stuff in the food, and
not
now
necessarily. It's more so
giant.
that
No,
you
it
know.
could have been their diets.
I was gonna say diets, and also it's just a
Baked beans.
attractive people mate with attractive people, oftentimes.
Is that why
and,
I can't find any?
Right. Yeah. And height is a
Especially with
height
that
is
hair.
is a attribute of many people's definition of attraction.
That's
Height?
that's where the 6 foot meme comes from.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want, if you want to
1935
get a girl,
Well, that's why all the girls only date guys that are 5 or 6
Yeah,
foot tall.
because
I
yeah,
guess,
Depression
yeah.
hit. No one had money. All they had was height.
Was height.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they had was height.
Great Gatsby.
Height.
He had
He
height.
was tall. That
That's
dude
why
was
he
like
was shot.
6'9".
He was 6'9". He got shot because he was 6'9".
That dude was so freaking tall.
It's like, dang. 6'9".
So yeah. So
Inadvertently,
it
6'9".
grew from like
6'9".
5'8" to 5'10" or 11 in the States.
At what point?
2010 was the last record.
Okay.
So 80 years later, or 75.
So I'm average technically.
That's your average.
You're
yeah.
5'8"?
No, I'm 5'11".
I'm living.
I'm getting to the point where I can't tie it together.
Dylan can't associate with short people.
No,
anymore.
I'm like the pour you gave me. I haven't eaten anything since 12.
Okay, we need that
We
pizza.
should have made the
We
pizza.
gotta prescribe him a pizza
We
stack.
can't have like eating noises.
No, I'm saying we eat. You should have made the pizza when I got here, or had it ready, because we would have been able to already have eaten, and we would have been able to have more. It's just like we could have already eaten this bomb pizza.
And
know-
cut.
I know
Snack
you.
break.
I know you. You would still be eating pizza during this.
Yeah. Okay.
It's out of temptation.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Nice food noises.
I'm just saying that the average height today was 5'11",
Yup.
which is about 3 inches taller than it was 75 years ago.
which makes sense.
And the tallest average height, I think, was 6'1"
Dang.
in one of the Nordic countries.
The tallest man was also, I think, around in the U.S.
Yeah.
Was also around 1930. I think also.
Really?
Don't forget, Yao Ming is like 6'9".
Well, I said in
Or
America.
like 6'7".
In America.
No, I know, but it's just he's really tall.
America.
But it's also like not just him; it's like his whole family
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Oh,
Like-
really?
Like his wife is tall, and
So is it
Right.
like
not-
his mother and his father are just giant.
So it's not just like he has gigantism.
No, it's not. It's not him.
It is
it's,
genetic.
It's like genetic. Like he is a
Interesting.
tall family. Because like I looked up a picture because I was wondering. I don't remember what I was wondering, but for some reason I was looking up Yao
I
Ming.
was wondering.
And yeah, I think he's like 6'9" or 8.
internet
His
can
wife
tell
is like
us.
6'5", and his father and
She's
his
6'5".
yeah. He kind of like dwarfs her.
Yao Ming
yeah.
is 7'6".
Okay.
Almost a foot more.
Whoops. I guess he's 7 foot tall.
I mean, yeah, like Shaq is 7'1".
Holy
This
balls.
I've never even heard of this guy. His name is it's loading. Sun Ming.
Sun Ming.
He is 7'9".
Holy
Basketball player,
crap.
obviously. Weighs 370 pounds.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
But he's not like. This is what he looks like. I mean, obviously he's big and tall, but he's not that big.
Does he play for the
proportion.
States, or does he only play for the Chinese?
I wonder how that.
He plays for. He's a Chinese professional basketball.
Yeah, I was gonna
player.
say. I
I
don't
wonder
think he's
how if you're someone that's just gigantic, how does your body? At what point do you look like you're even? Essentially,
When do the proportions match up?
When
you
does
think?
your
They
proportions
don't ever. I
Like,
don't
are you
think.
still-
like you always look really lanky?
right? That's what I'm saying. Is like, at what point do you look like your tone, but you're 7 something feet tall? You know, is it like I'm 320 pounds and I'm just looking like where I'm toned?
Oh,
Fit.
I see.
Yeah.
Like I'm not buff.
Yeah.
I'm just like I proportionally look
Yeah. Normal.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
Just because you have that extra height where you can kind of
Right.
spread
'Cause
out the
it's,
weight
it's,
more.
It's like, I'm a little chunky, but I hide it pretty well. And I'm like
Yeah.
285, I think, last time I weighed. Mm-hmm. And, Dawson was like, got a couple inches on me before he started working out. He's like 3.
He's pushing 300.
He was pushing
Just over
300.
300.
Oh, yeah.
He's
And
a big boy.
He looked, he tubby, but he not,
It was-
But he did.
yeah.
He also carried himself a lot differently.
But that's what I'm saying is everyone, people carry themselves differently, obviously.
Yeah, like it depends, how tall you are.
But
and
that's
that
when
kind of stuff.
yeah. So Dawson and I kind of had the height advantage on that.
Yeah, the taller you are, the bigger you can be, and you won't
No
look
one
fat.
will know.
You just gotta wear a lot more black
We'll eat
shirts
this box
and
of
like
zebra cakes.
just. You gotta wear black shirt, black button ups. That's the only way to get
Black
rid
shirts.
of it because black, first of all, hides it, and button ups hide it too.
You and I are both wearing black shirts,
Yes, I know, and you can still see
and
my
I'm wearing a
man
button.
boobs.
It could be like a.
But it has to be buttoned though.
I was watching Seinfeld in the episode. George Costanza just starts off the episode by like, why do they have button pants and button underwear?
Button flies are stupid. They should not have been
exactly,
made.
Button fly.
They
They're
should
not
be.
in now, so you don't have to worry.
They're
I
starting
love-
to come back.
I
No,
love-
they're not. Are they really?
Yes.
I bought a new pair of
Why?
button fly because they're comfortable
How are those comfortable?
for underwear.
For zipper?
Well,
No,
you
no,
bought.
not pants,
Wait,
not
wait,
pants,
wait,
not
wait,
the
wait,
pants.
wait, wait. So you bought boxers
Oh,
with
boxers.
button?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
but I'm
what-
saying
that's
button.
normal.
I'm saying button fly jeans
Pants,
are
jeans.
stupid. Those should not have been created because that is the dumbest thing ever.
Do you know
I'd
how many
try
times?
it.
You
I'd
go to the
try it.
bathroom and you have to unbutton your pants. It's like you
No,
gotta pee
it's-
really bad.
It's not even that. I have, like number jam bottoms with buttons.
Oh yeah.
You know how many times that like you're constantly checking to make sure your little friend is not.
Falling out.
You don't know.
Out of line.
Sometimes you don't know.
Oh, yeah. You don't.
And it's like you feel a draft and you have that panic like, is my zipper open?
Yeah.
Like everyone's had that in high school or you know. And it's just like you check.
Oh, I was just wearing shorts.
You either do the look
you
down
do the quick look
or you do the
or
pat.
the little rub.
And if you do the pat, it's like a 50-50.
Yeah.
Because either the fly is open, you saved yourself the embarrassment, or you do the pat, and it was a false alarm. Somebody sees you.
And you look weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did the hike, you know, where I take my belt, you know, because I was a nerd, still am a nerd. But I'd wear cargos and
I feel like if you're wearing a belt,
belts.
that's just kind of a...
Right, so I just kind of I just would grab the sides of the shorts, kind of lift it up, and then try to feel for feeling, you know, down from my little friend, you know, if I felt
never do
something.
Yeah, I had to check. I got to know.
Yeah.
You could always just go to the bathroom or just turn around.
I'm not going to wait to walk to the bathroom and check my fly. What if it's open? That's the whole point of checking.
And you get a bunch of phone numbers later from all the chicks like, hey, Dylan.
I don't know who you are.
I saw you in the hallway. You just look different. To
I'm
me
not
this time.
recording. I have a story. It is
For another time.
It is not to be recorded.
It is not.
After hours.
I do know how to pick them.
I do know how to pick them.
Crap. We segued.
Lost
So,
train of thought.
anyways, back to the 12-year. Knob Creek. Solid. I think it's completely worth the 60 to 65. And that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I love that finish.
It's
like
amazing.
It's very good.
And
It's not even like a spicy. Well, it is a somewhat spicy finish, but
It's spicy. It's spicy.
What's the flavor? It's at the front of the tongue,
I think it's kind of honey.
and it's not a sweet flavor at all. It's
not a sweet flavor?
It's like
Not
almost
at the
sour.
initial. There is a honey though.
Cinnamon.
Right? Yeah, there is. Yeah, like almost cinnamon. It's a spice, but
Yeah.
not spicy. I don't know. I guess the contradictory.
Well, that's
No,
not necessarily
yeah.
contradictory because it's like there's a spice and then there's spicy because
So
you have
feel it on the tongue.
spices.
You feel it on the tongue, it's dry, but yeah, the finish on the front of the tongue, and it's something. It's like
At the end finish, I get cinnamon, not just cinnamon. I don't know what else, but there's that bourbon classic cherry note.
yeah.
Oh, you breathe in, circulate after you swallow. Licorice. There's a cherry licorice.
That's what it is. It's black licorice.
I get cherry
I'm thinking of
licorice.
black.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You
black
get that cherry
licorice.
note just off the taste.
Yeah.
When you
This
aerate
is-
in the
this-
mouth, it turns into a cherry licorice.
I can see that.
I'm getting, I get the cherry in the flavor.
get the black.
I don't.
Yeah.
I get only black. Like
I can
this,
see
this
the
tastes
black
like it tastes
licorice.
like a mouthful of black licorice.
which is not a bad thing.
No.
I might see what you're talking about, but I guess I associate with that with like a, not like a Twizzlers, but like what's that
red
Australian?
vine or-
What's
Oh,
that
the
Australian?
oh crap! What is it like?
cherry liquor.
Willies or something? Not Willies.
I don't know.
That's I basically I associate it with like more of a like this is a craft cherry licorice. No,
Yeah.
it's cherry licorice.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know it's
Cover
slightly
the
different.
harsh.
It's not like a Twizzlers or a red vine. It's like different. It's more of a licorice flavor, but it's still very.
We should. So you know how with the Bloody Marys, you got the mix, you got your vodka, and then you put things into it to make them taste better.
It's an appetizer essentially.
Yeah. So what if you had a whiskey, right? We'd make whiskey into a Bloody Mary style. What would you put into this whiskey to make those things taste better? Could you
The cherry and the cinnamon.
like putting in like a
Meat
a,
stick.
What, do you think
or
if you put like a Twizzler
or like
in
a
a thing of
cheese
whiskey
stick.
or a real licorice? Would that? Do you think that make this taste? Make
My
taste
my
better?
thought on this would be something that would be on the opposite. So
Things
this-
that make the whiskey taste like the things you're putting in.
No, something that would stand out. See, the thing with alcohol in general is they do not. I guess Bloody Marys they do spice, but alcohol amplifies spice.
Bloody Marys are gross.
You know,
Have you had a non-oyster juice Bloody Mary?
Don't
Just
care.
tomato.
They're gross.
I didn't know that was
Do
a
you not
thing.
like? Do you not like tomatoes either?
I
didn't-
don't like tomato. Well, I guess I don't mind tomatoes. I don't like
Do you like tomato
tomatoes as
juice?
in like a chunk. Like I don't like slicing off a piece of tomato.
So you don't like tomato.
I don't like tomato, but I mean, I guess
What
ketchup
form is
Right,
the
but
tomato
doesn't
in that
count.
if it isn't
ketchup
cut?
counts because of all the sugar in it.
Yeah, it's fructose, dang it.
I'm on keto. I don't
Yep.
eat vegetables.
Okay, but yeah, like,
I mean, I'll eat potato paste.
yeah, because when I first had a Bloody Mary, I thought it was absolutely disgusting because
I guess it
they had the oyster juice in it. It was a lot of oyster juice. I thought that was just
Do
gross.
you know what the brand was?
No, I don't. But then I had one without, and I liked it. And then I had another one with oyster juice. And because I had gained the liking of it without the oyster juice, I then liked the addition of the oyster juice. I did not like starting with the oyster juice.
Wait, you like
inside.
the oyster juice now?
Right with it, yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want a lot in it. I don't want it to just be oyster juice. But
Just
yes,
surround it in
I
oyster
think it adds a
juice.
valuable flavor to it. But
See,
but from the beginning, I did not.
I was on the page where I just did not like the tomato
Sure.
juice aspect of it. And
I just think it's weird.
I've gotten past it now.
Yeah.
They're fine.
But I like classic beef stick.
Yep.
Maybe like a shrimp or something.
I'd rather
you
just
could use any proteins you could do. Yeah, shrimps, meats, bacon, right? Bacon and meat sticks.
Salty, savory.
Venison works really good.
Venison would
Yeah.
be good. Like venison jerky.
Yeah, but exactly. And then my favorite is cheese.
Yeah,
just
cheese
mozzarella sticks.
The fat
or cheddar
neutralizes
sticks.
a lot of the spice if there is any.
It does, but
Yeah.
but that's like not the cheese flavor does not get into the Bloody
No,
Mary at all.
no.
Like, and it shouldn't. But it
What cheese are you using? Cheddar is typical.
it's cheddar. Yeah,
It's cheddar,
I've used
okay.
mozzarella stick before.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I have.
That's funny. Just like a peel and eat mozzarella stick, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
those
oh
are bomb.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel like if you dip a mozzarella stick in something, then it's okay to eat it.
Quick
off
intervention.
The stick, but one sec. If you're just eating a mozzarella stick, you have to peel
You
it.
have to
you have
peel
to
it.
shred it.
You have to
That's
shred
where I was
it.
going.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, do you eat it whole?
Yeah, no.
Or do you peel?
No,
Depends.
If I'm dipping it into something, then yes.
No,
I'm gonna
just in
I'm gonna eat
general.
it whole. But yeah, if you just have a mozzarella stick, you have to shred it. You got to pick.
Yeah,
at
you
it.
got
I at some point when I
Into
grew
the
up,
mouth.
I'm just like,
This is too much work.
this is inefficient.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
you're right.
it is really
But
inefficient.
because it changes the texture, you get the dry inside. It's fibrous. Oh, it's so good.
It is actually kind of
Because
great.
when you eat it, just like a regular block of cheese, it's not fibrous. It's just chewy
Yeah.
and
right.
bouncy.
Back to the Bloody Marys, and then we'll go on to this next.
I want it.
Last
We'll
whiskey.
finish up the Jim Beam.
I want it. It's so expensive, and I want it. I want it in
Don't tell him yet. Don't tell him. We gotta finish our idea. Our thought.
All right, Bloody Marys. Finish it.
I want them. Bloody Marys are
Where are we?
gross.
Proteins, cheese, as we were talking
Yeah.
about cheese.
All things to add.
What else do you put in there?
Sharp cheddar.
You put celery. Celery's good.
Celery's weird. Don't
I
eat
don't
celery.
like celery by itself.
It's like, why are you putting celery in it? It's like, I'm drinking, having calories, putting meats, cheeses, other fatty things
Oh,
like
0
shrimp.
calories.
I'm gonna put celery in it because
Why not?
I wanted
Well,
something to pace myself.
Well, that's
between
the
the two.
point. The point of the celery is it is a
Is it a
neutral
palate
flavor.
neutralizer?
I don't think that's the purpose of it, but the point of the Bloody Mary when you put stuff into
could be a palate
is
cleanser.
it could. I don't think that's true though,
No?
because
I can see it being a palate cleanser.
And maybe it does, but I don't think that's how people do it. Because Bloody Mary it infatuates it interjects its own flavor into everything you put in, including celery. So obviously celery by itself, I don't like that at all.
It's so boring and bland.
Boring and bland. Boring and bland.
Boring and bland.
But you put celery in a alcoholic tomato juice, and it tastes good. Better. It adapts the flavor to something delectable.
Delicioso.
Makes
So
sense. That's a good thought.
Yeah.
That's a good thought. We should do maybe that's an episode. We do a Bloody Mary
addition.
trial or
Yeah.
something.
Bloody Marys are gross. Change my mind.
Yeah, but I will say I cannot have a Bloody Mary like after lunch. Like I could do a breakfast Bloody Mary. I could do a lunch Bloody Mary. I don't want a Bloody
I love
Mary with my
breakfast
dinner.
alcohol.
I'd
Frankly,
rather.
yes, a mimosa or a Bloody Mary goes great with
yeah,
bacon.
so
and
I was gonna
eggs.
say personally,
I have
I'd-
a rule as far as alcohol goes. If there is no clock in sight,
It is time
it's a
to
free
drink.
game.
Yeah,
Except your phone.
Basically
is,
meaning-
your phone is always a clock.
Well, basically, I mean camping. I always turn my phone off when I'm camping, except for basically about an hour period between 6 and 7, just in case something happens and somebody needs to contact me.
yeah.
Oh, everyone's dead.
I guess I'm extending the trip.
Corona. Yeah, I ain't coming back. Whatever's happening, I don't want to be a part of.
Oh,
But-
there's something terrible happening? Oh, I'm good. Just throw that in the lake.
Yeah.
So while we're discussing this, can we pour the last one?
Yeah. So
I don't know if I want to touch
I guess
that.
between the two, thoughts.
12
I
years.
think price to performance. I feel like a YouTuber. Price to performance. I like the regular Knob Creek.
Really?
35.
You wouldn't buy.
I would not buy the 12-year unless it was like I had some extra spending cash for some reason.
All right.
But yeah, obviously, I think it's
Assuming, people have the budget to spend $60 or something,
yeah.
and you're not concerned necessarily about your pricing, would you take the jump from 35 to 60 because you like the 12-year Knob Creek?
Yes.
Yeah, if I had the $60, but I think for $60, I'm trying to think of other
I mean, what else are you gonna get?
other
that's in bourbon
nothing bourbons
for
I'm thinking,
$60.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you might if you don't
Like
like Knob
specifically
Creek,
a bourbon
yeah.
or just like whiskey in general?
No, bourbon.
You're talking about
It's a bourbon.
bourbons, yeah.
Why would you buy it? You're not going to compare this to a Scotch.
Yeah.
It's like I don't spend $60 on bourbon because
Yeah.
I could buy a $60 Scotch. Well,
What's the?
It's
It's different.
It is different.
It's completely different.
But I would.
That's like
I
comparing-
actually would make that argument just because you can.
because you're Zach.
Yeah, because I'm Zach.
but that's comparing like cinnamon to vanilla.
Yeah, no,
I don't like.
it's not a
I
comparison.
like cinnamon.
It's
I like
not
vanilla,
a comparison.
but I could have.
I'm saying I would do it because I like Scotch a lot, and so a $60 Scotch would be more valuable to me than a $60 bourbon.
So if you like bourbon, forget about Scotch.
yeah, get this for sure.
All right.
Every time,
Yeah,
Very much so.
I like this.
unless you want to
I just
do something
I just hate that it's hard to find right now.
different, right?
The
Yeah.
12-year is hard to find.
It just came out.
Oh, I see.
It could be if as of right now it's hard to find. I don't know what it's going to look like in a year or two. If it's going to be something that's always going to be hard to find
yeah.
because usually they release this either every 6 months or a year or something.
See,
But okay, so this next one
I lied.
is
Is
not
our
a
half in the
Knob
fridge?
Creek. Is a Jim Beam product. Carter, can you read off the label?
Sure, it's very fancy. Jim Beam bourbon whiskey finished in PX sherry casks. Distiller's masterpiece.
Do a cork pop test for the microphone.
Yeah, that was like a
Is
6 or
is
7
that
out of 10.
Is that a $200 pop cork?
No,
No,
not to me. It's not.
Unfortunately,
Now Zach, now that we're talking about
now we're doing price to performance,
Yeah,
price to value.
So, as we said in the beginning of this video, we were going to do something up at the cabin on Memorial Day. We're going to do a finished bourbon. That's a lot. Kind of test. Something we're going to take something from the
I'm very
podcast,
heavy-handed.
podcast, and do a kind of like our own barn night, so to speak, and do a blind competition. And this was going to be my entry. Pour what you guys want. Doesn't matter. It's just bourbon.
That's too much. No.
Yeah, it's just
Or what you want? No, not that much.
Do the Game Grumps meme.
Oh, that smells heavenly.
Oh, this is. I don't know what to compare it to.
Yeah.
nothing.
So this is a finished bourbon. Not sure on the age statement. It's at least 4 years old.
Yep.
Probably my guess 4 to 9, maybe some more older stuff. Not
Holy
sure.
crap, it
Yes.
is amazing.
But so out of the two sherry options, it's a Pedro Jimenez cast finish. The other option is Oloroso. I believe I might have pronounced it wrong, but this was only available up till I think 2016 at the Jim Beam distillery, and then I think 2016 they released this in limited selections across the country. So
It's such a fancy bottle, and I really like it.
in the box.
I'm
and everything?
trying
The
to.
box is so fancy, and just everything about
What
this
do you guys,
just
what do
makes
you guys
me.
get off a nose?
Yeah.
Everything about this just makes me feel like
I'm
I should have a
deciphering.
cigar and
I
like
feel
a
like
silk
Caramel.
robe.
It's caramel vanilla.
Yep. Well, yeah.
So
I
easy.
can't pick a specific flavor only because this smells like I'm walking into like my favorite candy store. Like
Yeah.
I'm walking
Honestly,
like
yeah.
it's all the candies that I've like the aromas of the.
It's like a sweet oak.
I kind of burned
Yeah.
on my nose there.
You got have your mouth open.
I did. I still burned it out.
There used to be this candy
This is still
store.
50%.
Yeah.
Same as Knob Creek. There's a $200 bottle of bourbon. Scotch, this would be 46 probably at least. That would probably be high still. If this was a limited run or something.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This
my
man
God.
on X Games mode.
It's like a cherry chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. I get tons of chocolate from
Yeah.
this.
Makes me want to cry.
Oh, maple at the end.
It's beautiful.
So good.
Stupid money.
So good.
Why is this
This was
$200?
It was $200. The only one they had at Total Wine.
That is ridiculous. Well, actually, that's pretty.
Sorry.
It's still 50 proof.
Yeah, I know, it
Excuse me, 50%.
Well, it's because I'm taking bigger gulps because I want the flavor.
But it tastes so good.
Yeah.
It's like it does not. The alcohol content doesn't taste anywhere near the
We
same.
should mix this with some Coke.
Yeah.
That'd be really
I will
good.
kill you.
Bourbon Coke.
You are in my house. I can
Was
say
this
self-defense.
Yeah. Was this special enough to be in the cabinet at Total Wine?
No, it was on the bottom shelf. Oddly enough, I couldn't find it. I assumed it was going to be the cabinet. I'm like, oh man, the website is not up to date or something. And I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, they put $100 bottles of whiskey
In the
cabinets, but
that's where I think you come across. I think a lot of people agree with this, that people associate Scotch just being more expensive.
with
Even if it's
value.
only $60, this is $200. But
Yeah,
it's
bourbon,
bourbon. It's not.
sure.
It's
whatever. It's
That's not everyone, but I do feel that is,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the stigma against just whiskey. Sometimes
It's because Scotch is exotic because it comes from.
people are gonna take that. If somebody's looking for a fancy evening, something to go with something, I'm gonna buy Scotch because automatically that just sounds.
Well, I mean, it's like
most savory foods I would pair with bourbon.
Yeah.
Right. Well, something that's either
Like
Islay Scotch
I could see
or
going
bourbon.
to a store and getting like a super nice, like ridiculous cut of steak
I'm drinking that.
and drinking that with
here's the
like a
thing.
super good cut of steak.
If you bought this as a gift for someone, and you told them that I bought you, it's Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Well, Jim Beam is associated with like $25, $30 bottles.
This is special.
This is amazing. If you say I got you Macallan,
Yeah.
like 10 years or something, which is I don't know, what is that, $6?
Blows your freaking mind.
Oh man, he spent a lot of money on this.
Yep.
$60.
$60.
Bought a $200 bottle of Jim Beam. That sounds
Yep.
like the most redneck thing I've ever heard of.
Yippee-ki-yay!
But no, this is, oh man. I don't have another sherry bourbon. I have the Angel's Envy Port, but that's not
Sherry.
no, it's completely different.
Yeah.
It's hard to find something sherry casks.
This
I
is
think,
amazing, though.
Frankly.
I brought this over to Brooklyn's the day I bought it. Got a haircut, and everyone's like, "Oh man, $200." Tasting this, like, God damn it! It's like it's so good. It's like I hate this is $200, but
Yeah, why does it have to be
this
$200?
Jim Beam? This is I want this.
Yeah. It's a $750, right?
$750.
Yeah. And they go by so fast.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Well, it's only
is
what
that
22 ounces.
Yeah. That's like I got $750 for me last 10 glasses. I usually do a little bit over a 2-ounce pour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big boy glass.
That'll last you a while though.
Yeah, but you spread out. Yeah, I usually I don't like mixing two whiskeys at night. I usually won't transfer. So
Oh my goodness.
if I start drinking at 5 or 6, then I'll have a second at 8, 2 hours later, and that's like
That's 4 or
4 and a
5
half
ounces.
to 5 ounces of liquor.
Everything
That's
I've
only
heard,
a week's worth of whiskey.
everything I've heard is if you're staying in the whiskey category, it does not matter what you're mixing. It matters more so.
No, I don't do it to not be sick or not. I only do it just because I want to keep that flavor going.
You don't want to ruin.
I don't want to ruin the good thing I
Okay.
got.
Right. No, I can understand that.
Yep.
Oh man, this Jim Beam is so good.
Yep. The only tested liquors that I have a problem with
It's tequila.
is tequila. Switching to I can if I just
Whiskey
drink
to
tequila.
tequila.
If I go from whiskey to tequila, that is bad. That is not good.
Well, that was I don't think that was just that. I think that was the combination of everything that night.
I didn't have anything else.
Yeah,
I
Did
had
you
just-
not eat like a ton of fish?
Yeah,
The
but
fish is greasy.
Keep it off the
So-
record. It'll go on.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just whiskey. It was just I mean, that was fresh caught fish in
It just
peanut.
didn't-
It was
it didn't-
peanut oil.
Oh,
Like,
so you're
it
saying
wasn't-
what you ate?
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
I don't think it was what I ate.
I'm trying to help him
Did you have
out.
an upset stomach the next
Oh,
day?
yeah.
You did?
Oh yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Maybe.
it
That
wasn't
night
cooked
that
enough.
night I wasn't feeling
It
great.
was. We cooked that long.
Oh,
Um,
interesting. Maybe it was really. I have thrown up after eating something really greasy.
yeah.
I also did not eat that much fish.
Right.
I had like maybe 2 or 3 pieces.
Oh, that's okay. Now, this is the worst 2 or 3 pieces of the bunch, but
I mean, you, when you sound like a bear in the woods.
yeah.
Oh, what?
We'll tell you after, frankly.
Yeah, I'll tell you after.
We'll disturb the listeners. If
It
we
was
even
it
explain.
was pretty scary actually.
So
He's just like, oh my life.
I do want to try. I'm getting like some notes that are really familiar with that Old Forester 1910 right there. That I do want to try that.
Like
after-
what? What can we expect? What should we be
I
tasting?
think I'm getting some dark, or some chocolate and cherry and oak
All right, chocolate
from this Jim Beam.
Oh yeah.
I think that shows up. Maybe not so much the cherry, but that shows up in that Old Forester 1910 that I want to try side by side. But it's my first bottle over 150
getting
in the
wet.
200.
I think you did good.
I
Very
think
tasty.
Oh, that is the best.
this is yeah.
I will say, like, I guess in this price range, I'd expect a better finish.
That's the problem though. It. How many times are you going to buy something within the above $100?
Yep, and
Oh,
it
never.
just can't be. It can't be perfect. It just can't be.
I think at the point I don't have enough to compare to.
We should
to
pool.
dictate whether or not this is.
We should pool
I think that should be an
enough
episode.
money
That's an episode right there.
That is an episode.
to buy
Should we just be a whiskey podcast? I mean,
like
Frankly.
an
I like-
$1,100 bottle of whiskey.
I like the idea of us doing the amount of whiskey stuff that we do,
we keep
but
it
not.
open.
We're like, no, we're not.
but
a
not
whiskey-
being we're not a whiskey channel.
no,
We're a gaming podcast.
we're gaming and pop culture.
We're
Never
anything.
whiskey, but just 70% whiskey.
We're a mixed
Wow.
genre.
mixed genre. Dylan
We're a
needs some
layer
pizza.
cake.
He's getting loosey goosey over there.
We need some water and some pizza.
The only
Let's-
thing defending me is my 280-pound frame.
Sure. All right. Where is it?
Let's do.
Let me fetch it.
It's by Carter.
Carter will fetch it.
Old Forester 1910. This, my favorite is the Woodford Double Oak, just whiskey all time.
That stuff's amazing.
That was a good cork pop.
That was a good cork pop.
Too bad it
Is it
wasn't
'cause
closer to
it's-
the mic.
It's not synthetic. It's
It's a real
actual.
cork.
So
Ooh.
let it be known.
That's-
So this is a double finished,
smells.
charred oak barrel. Like the, I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the Woodford Reserve and Old Forester come from the same distillery. Because I swear I saw that on a channel, but I'm probably
Who knows? Who knows for real among us three?
Give me some of that.
I have made a mistake.
50%. It's still hot.
We shouldn't have made you crank that Knob Creek.
Yeah, I bought it. It's mine.
Yeah. No, I just mean that's just not a healthy drink.
Oh, the first Knob Creek. Yeah,
That 2 ounce.
that was a lot.
That 2 ounce sip that you
And I
took.
was sipping on it for at least 7 minutes.
Yeah.
At least we got Papa Murphy's
Yeah.
meat lover pizza coming up.
Quick interjection: if you use TikTok, and I know many of you probably won't or ever will,
I gotta
or
go
even
pee.
or they just
Can you preheat the ovens? If you're gonna get up,
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
no, just do bake. Set the lower one to 350 because that'll take less time, and then the top one to 425.
I was gonna say look up Papa John's TikTok. Papa John's TikTok is
It's pretty amazing to follow. Not even
it is
not just the TikTok, but just anything
right.
he's got.
He
Instagram.
is so, no offense, Papa John, but you are the most self-absorbed pizza maker I've ever seen.
He's trying to catch his rebound, I think.
Maybe. And you know what? All the power to him. I would love to see like a Papa John's 2.0, even though he's just an uber racist. I don't really support that, but I do support good pizza.
I see. I'm not gonna say anything because we're in a very bad time. But
This is a bad time.
I have heard that. I don't want to spend time on this, but that it was like an employee, like not workshop, but something. He was like trying to explain to be. That's probably something that they would say to defend him, but
Sure.
so
Some excuse.
Take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But yeah, but he's entertaining.
They're hilarious.
I'm surprised he still has. He brags about his own
Yeah.
helicopter, and I'm like, I'm actually surprised he's.
Either this wealthy
Does
or
he
this...
have an income?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I'm sure
something, but
once you get to a certain point in your business, you're no longer what you were aiming to do at the beginning. So he's a pizza owner, or pizza shop owner, right? Papa John's for Papa John is not a pizza shop. It's his little enterprise. It's his franchise opportunity that he is just making bank, right? Or maybe at least used to. So that now it's not about the pizza for him. It's about the
pizza.
Yeah,
It's about the
money.
Oh.
And then he realized, and then he got.
did you preheat the ovens?
No, he did not. Anyway, then it's.
I swear you just went to the bathroom and.
No, I did.
Okay,
He's turning around. He's going to preheat the ovens.
it's getting water.
Okay. Yep. Anyway, what I want for Papa John is I want him to, if he actually has any pizza expertise, just secretly slide that into a different franchise. Something
He
new.
needs to make another Papa. We'll have Papa Murphy's, Papa
Don't-
John's, and
The Papa.
the Papa.
I want the Papa pizza.
Big Papa
The Big Papa pizza.
or Papa. He could name it Papa Bless.
He could.
He
He
could
could name it Papa
No,
Bless.
no one who's gonna challenge him.
Yep. That would really get the Christian community. Papa bless this pizza.
Every pizza I'm not gonna say who, I'm referencing someone.
Mm-hmm.
Every pizza we pray on,
For someone. Yeah.
someone does it. Did you get any nose off this Old Forester?
I'll be honest.
Think Jim Beam,
Yep. I'm thinking.
Last one we
thinking
did.
cherry. I'm thinking chocolate. I'm thinking oak. I'm thinking dark.
which is like every bourbon.
Someone's
gonna say that.
Some are more potent. Some are more potent.
Panzer, you're in the
More
way.
potent than others. I get the oak
Dang it! I kind of ruined that Jim Beam for me.
because
It's
Old Forester.
It's not the same.
you think it's pretty close.
I'll let you decide.
I don't even think it's close.
Oh, it's exactly the same.
You don't think it's
I don't
You
close?
should have
think-
never
no.
spent $200
I don't.
on this
I don't get
bottle.
any. I
I'm
don't
getting.
get, I don't get any
cherry.
cherry.
No, I'm getting
at
cherry
all.
chocolate.
I'm getting oak. I'm getting chocolate.
I'm getting caramel
I'm getting like.
off the nose.
Yeah, the caramel on the nose. No, there's cherry.
Do you think?
I
get no
100%
cherry.
think there's cherry. Not on the nose.
Okay, on the flavor though.
No, on the nose it's all cherry and vanilla.
That's completely. That's completely
Excuse me.
different.
Caramel and vanilla.
That's caramel with a little bit of chocolate.
Uh-huh.
Not nearly as much as the Jim Beam. I definitely think that that's worth the money.
I think this one's more spiky
Yeah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
not just the finish,
Yeah.
which is odd because I think this is only 90%. What's 3?
93.
Oh, 93.
Percent. Yeah. This Old Forester, it is super sharp at the beginning.
Yeah.
And this has way worse. Of
It's the
finish.
age, and that's the age.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure. I mean, the Jim Beam's probably around 9 years. You know, it's not age stated, but that's my guess. You know.
Yeah, but I don't. This doesn't finish as good as any of the other three.
No, it doesn't. But
honestly.
I still think it has the main flavor.
Well,
It's
sure,
got. I feel like it's
sure.
got. It's got the chocolate. It's got the cherry. It's got the caramel.
Yeah, but you got to think of it as less of a.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying they're the same.
No,
That's
dude,
not what I'm
you're
saying.
thinking
Yeah.
you're wrong.
I'm just saying. Is it within a certain percentage?
Where would be a better value, or is there good reason to just stick with the Old Forester?
no. I would.
Or could you say like, yes, the Jim Beam is better. I like the Jim Beam, but if you know the daily drinker, so to speak,
Yeah.
Old Forester, do you get
You know,
75%?
I don't think I'd ever get this Old Forester over. What's the price of this Old Forester? 45, 40.
45. I think it's less than the Statesman. The Statesman's like 55.
Yeah.
That Statesman I got in there, I bought it for $25.
Was that the
Nice.
one at Lund's where they
Wait,
like
if we
kinda
had tried the
screwed it up?
Statesman,
They had it priced. It was an MG.
Oh, was it the
MGM.
MGM?
They had it priced as the same as the 86 proof regular Old Forester. I'm like, heck. You never,
Yeah, so
get
I
whiskey.
would-
You never get whiskey on sale.
yeah.
Steal.
Frankly,
half
I
off.
would take the unaged Knob Creek 100 proof over this Old Forester.
The small batch?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I totally would.
No. It's,
Honestly, I kind of agree
no.
with Zach.
No, you guys are noobs.
Sure, but this is not. This just attacks my tongue
It
with
depends.
flavors.
What are you looking for?
Well, I
Because
like.
it's a finished.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's gonna be different.
Yep. I like mellow finishes. I don't like strong flavors.
That's interesting because I feel like Knob Creek out of the budget bourbons is dramatic because it is 50%.
Yeah.
I should. You want to get the Basil Hayden?
Sure. I'll grab it real quick.
We'll keep it Jim Beam, but that's 40 proof. Or 40. Oh man, 40% alcohol
46.5%.
for the Old Forester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the Old
That
Forester.
Old Forester is wonderful. I love that old. It's
Oh no,
just
it's.
dessert.
I'm not saying that it's bad.
It's caramel. It's like, so much caramel. It's so good. Love it.
Nice burn through the nostrils, into the mouth. Nice.
It's a caramel, oak, a little bit cherry.
I could see the little bit of the cherry more towards the end.
Oh,
It's on the more towards like the back of my
swirl,
tongue.
You know, like move
don't
your
have that
tongue
much.
around. No, move your tongue around in your mouth when you don't have anything in it. It's just air. You get cherry, a little bit of burn, caramel, vanilla.
I do. I taste
I feel like
that.
the core, like the very base flavors. Left cabinet, top. Left cabinet, top. No, the top of the table. It's got like a foil top to it.
I also just think the Jim Beam is 100% better.
They're all Jim Beam, or well, except for the Old Forester. What are you specifying?
I'm saying the sherry cask one.
Oh no, it is. It's $200. It should be.
No, I mean it's just really really good, and it's just like
I agree. I'm
holy
just saying.
crap.
I feel like the base flavors might be in that Old Forester 1910.
Oh,
Like you get the caramel, you get chocolate,
for sure.
you get the cherry, you get some vanilla, and then you get that oak impact.
No, yeah, for sure.
That's all I'm saying. The other thing, is like, all right, I'll go find it.
Zach, come back so I don't have to be alone.
If I can get through.
As Dylan tries to jaunt over there.
I had to stand up for an hour.
I haven't had to stand up for an hour.
Sorry.
He probably.
It's in that yellow tote that I was going to bring up to the cabin.
Oh, okay.
I'll give it to Carter.
As Dylan jaunts back over. Basil Hayden's.
I was going to start talking, but it wasn't on the mic. I forgot.
Okay. This is such an interesting. It's like they put a belt
So what's-
on the label.
Do you want to know the story on this one?
well, sure, but first tell us what's the proof.
It's
the age?
80 proof.
40%
10 years.
alcohol,
10 years.
10
Okay.
year.
That's the top of the Basil Hayden. The Basil Hayden has another regular bourbon. I don't know if it has an age statement. I don't believe so. So I found this because I knew it was kind of hard to find the 10 year. So I just bought it, bit the bullet. It's $70. It's not worth it,
Sure.
in my opinion.
Sure.
Everyone's obviously going to have their own thing. So grain of salt again. Jim Beam product, like usual. If I don't think it's supposed to be above the knob. It's kind of like it's an expensive entry level proof bourbon. Mm-hmm. That being said, where was I going? I lost my train of thought. I haven't had any of the other Basil Haydens, so I can't compare them to one another. Sure. Obviously, so that's kind of a strong fault or a strong, what am I saying? A weak point.
He needs pizza.
We all need pizza.
This boy needs some pizza.
But
he needs some milk.
If you have the other Basil Haydens, I can't steer you towards this because I haven't had them, so I can't tell you if it's worth it or not. Mm-hmm. I love the design of it, but it's basically made to be there goes the oven. It's entry level percent, proof at a, a kind of a novice age statement. 10 years. I mean, that's nothing to scoff at. That's good. You're looking at kind of the same ballpark, I guess, as Eagle Rare. Mm-hmm. Eagle Rare being higher proof, but it still carries its own, I think, against it.
Okay.
But so that's kind of so we can compare the Knob Creek with that. Have to finish the Old Forester now.
Yep.
Well, that one's not on me.
No, it's not.
I thought I poured a small amount for everybody.
It just proves I don't have a problem. I'm just slow.
I'm good on
That's the hardest bottle I think I have to get the cork out.
That was
quiet
so
too.
Quiet.
Synthetic Jim Beam.
Trash.
Wait, what's the cork on the expensive one, the Masters?
That's real.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good. Don't need to open it yet, but
Well, I just want to make sure.
if you want to.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
You want some of this?
Oh, I'm good.
It's back. Yeah, this is very difficult to open, frankly.
Yeah.
That is extremely difficult to open unnecessarily.
Not enough.
That is the selling point for me. I'm never buying that because
it's too hard.
Hard to open.
The selling point to you is not being able.
The non-selling point.
It's childproof.
Here you go, kid. Don't mess with. Go suck on this bottle.
Play with my Basil Hayden. He's not gonna open it.
He's never gonna open it.
I was gonna say that.
You don't need a pacifier. Go suck on that Basil Hayden.
Before we try it, the story on this. I want to give you a story. So you have the Jim Beam lineup. Mm-hmm. You have kind of the base. Bottom is regular Jim Beam. I would say Old Granddad. You have multiple different Old Granddads, 3, I believe, regular, bottle and bond, 100 proof, and the Old Granddad 114. I have the bottle and bond and the 114. Solid bourbons, real cheap. Then I would say you probably have Basil Hayden's, I would assume. And then this 10 years kind of an outlier because it's so expensive.
Sure.
Then Knob Creek is kind of like that mid one. And it has a wide range of mid bottlings, followed by Baker's and then Booker's. So they kind of all have a place in it. But Basil Hayden is actually the name of Old Granddad.
That was his real name.
That was his real
that
name.
was Old Granddad's name.
Old Granddad's name.
Basil.
My name is Old Granddad.
Was he an Italian immigrant? His parents named him Basil.
I don't know.
Bobbity boopy.
I forget.
Bibbidi bobbidi boopity.
I'm going to assume I'm going to be wrong because I said it. I don't know what I forget what his tie-in was with Jim Beam. Maybe he had some founding stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. It couldn't have been.
He was a rich boy, big investor. He owned the property they cut the wood from the oak barrels.
Crush the foil. Just keeping the foil. It makes the bottle look way nicer. Kind of.
It's just fine.
The problem with the bottle is the. Well, I don't.
I put that.
Why did they put a belt on the bottle?
That's the cool part.
That's pretty sweet.
That's the cool part.
No, it's cool, but
I put it in a backpack and I kind of crushed it.
Okay, that's probably why. Well, like It looks like it's wearing a poncho right now.
It is.
Frankly. And the shoulders of the poncho are completely crooked and wrinkled.
They also look like
Unfortunately.
they also look like they've been cut.
Yeah. They have a rye, I think, too, and then they have like a 10-year rye also. But all right, I'm gonna try this Baileyd. It smells the same as Small Batch Creek.
Yeah, it does.
It's mellower.
Way mellower. This
Yeah.
has no
Well, it's
no punch at all.
10% less,
Yeah.
and it's also a 10-year.
Yeah.
There's a different flavor to it. It's like 20%, maybe more different, maybe a higher percentage different to flavor. 33% maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting like this like corn. I mean like
Yeah.
what it's made out of.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's
it's
what
like
I was
corn.
trying to find. Yep.
It tastes like corn, frankly. And it finishes with
But is it? I'm associating the corn with like a bourbon, not like an actual veg.
No. It
Not
doesn't,
an
it doesn't taste
actual
like,
vegetable.
sweet corn
It's
off
not
the cob.
starchy. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not starchy.
It's a corn dominant.
There is an indistinguishable finish. I honestly can't even. It's nothing. There is something there, but I can't even like tell.
Yeah.
It's like when you take a refreshing drink of water. You just feel like it's like that was good. Mm-hmm. That's just what this tastes like. That was good. I literally can't put a tongue on that.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Literally, I just cannot taste it. I mean, I like this. I like the
But
mellowness.
it's not $70.
No, unfortunately not.
I think everything on this table probably outweighs it. Maybe with the exception of the small batch.
Yeah, I like the Old Forester more than this one.
100%. It's good.
It might be ruined only because we've been having the stronger whiskeys. We're going backwards in proof.
Oh, we didn't do it out of order, but the best explanation I've heard for this, other than the pricing, but this is a good beginner into like maybe not whiskey, but at least bourbon.
Yeah.
It's light. Bourbon tends to be a little bit more heavy.
Yeah. This is like a summer drink. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could drink this on a hot day. If
Light and
I was
refreshing.
hot, with what could I eat? What could you pair this with that would make you be like, oh, I like this kind of thing? Like this is what I kind of want to drink with my food.
It's gonna be a food that's not heavy in flavor.
Yeah,
and
probably
dominant.
like this would be a great snack beer. Frankly, something that's
Pretzels.
a light snack. Yeah, pretzels.
Pretzels would be amazing. Do you have that Ruffles by you? That's not pretzels, but I don't think cheese is
Now
going
we're
to
really
with
hungry.
this. But let me check this.
Yep, I would use nothing savory with this drink. Just salty.
No, yeah, salt, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so strange. It's such an overwhelming corn flavor.
Maybe just regular chips,
Maybe.
like
I guess more of I was thinking entrees. I'm trying to brainstorm entrees.
Burgers?
No, you wouldn't drink a burger with. Wow, you wouldn't eat a burger with
I feel
this.
like the ketchup would overpower it.
Yeah.
Steak.
No, not meaty.
Nothing heavy and
Not
savory.
meaty.
Hot dog.
No.
No.
It's like a
You could
maybe
do. You
a
could.
pasta?
I guess. Yeah, like a tomato pasta. Something acidic. This would like calm the
Yeah.
acidity in your mouth, and might even make it more flavorful. Actually, yeah. Pasta is not a bad recommendation.
Here, give that.
Salty's not the way to go.
I
Or
want
savory
these-
is not the way
I want
to go.
this back, by the way, but give it back some.
Eat it with the drink.
No, eat it, then drink.
Okay, so this is a cheddar and sour cream ripple from Old Dutch.
Give me the bag back. I want it now.
I want it now.
Super crushable.
Yeah, those chips aren't as good as the Ruffles, frankly. Oh well.
I can't tell the difference at this point.
Yeah. at this point.
Nothing. There's nothing there. Except for the aftertaste of just alcohol.
I mean, yeah, I lost all the corn flavor.
Everything's gone.
That's the fault. That's the fault of the cheese, though. The cheese is a neutralizer.
But that's what I'm
in
saying.
itself.
It's like it's.
This is a horrible snack whiskey. Yeah, I'll take that previous statement back. This is a horrible snack whiskey. Don't eat snacks with this.
Something super.
I still
salty.
think pretzels would work really good though.
I think the pretzels, but oily,
No,
cheesy,
no.
cross off.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Now tasting that,
maybe not
I
even
wouldn't.
regular
I
pretzels.
wouldn't pair this with an entree. I think.
Not regular chips being.
Oh,
Like Lay's. No Lay's.
because the
Maybe it's the oil.
maybe
I think it's more the oil than
Yeah.
the cheese.
it's neutralizing the flavor.
It's covering up.
Yeah. Yeah, I still taste the chip after the drink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The chip.
which is how good.
The starchy is just covering the mouth and sticking
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Into the mouth.
How long is this podcast now? 2 hours.
Nice.
It'll be
Our longest one yet.
This is gonna be a long one.
This is the most
so-
informative though. Like actually about a whiskey tasting test.
This might be the best one.
Maybe we should
We say
Episode-
might.
Is this
wrap it up
six?
though.
Well,
Episode
it
6?
depends on if you count the ones that haven't been made yet or haven't been
No.
edited yet.
I thought I posted the last one was episode 5.
5K. Yep.
I'll have to we'll have to come up with a title at some point. But
Mm-hmm.
all right, well this is
Thank you for joining us. So
anything
let's do a quick let's do a tier list. Obviously, they're different prices, a little bit different flavor profiles. But let's do our favorites.
bottom I think is old the Basil Hayden.
Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go. We'll start bottom up. Basil Hayden. The Old Forester is second to last.
Really?
I didn't.
For
I thought
you.
for me. Yep. I didn't. It's too sharp. It's too much flavor at the beginning and not enough smoothness to finish it off.
It's intense.
It's intense. It is good flavors. It is really good flavors.
He hasn't had any Basil Hayden, so how can you rate it?
That's true.
You have to have
Just
some.
take it. You actually only need like 2 sips to be like, yep, I know what this is about.
All right, pick up. Sorry.
Okay, and then just order from when we started. Regular Knob Creek, 12-year Knob Creek, all the 100 proof. It's really nice that they're 100 proof. That actually makes the flavors so much more potent. And then the final, what's the name of it again?
Jim Beam.
No, yeah, it's Jim Beam, but it's okay. Yeah, the sherry finished Jim Beam bourbon whiskey. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, this Basil Hayden's is kind of poop.
All right, I'll let you collect your thoughts, and then I'll rank mine.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom, Basil Hayden, 10-year.
Yep.
After that, I would say Knob Creek,
sure.
small batch,
Yeah.
non-age statement.
Yeah.
I don't really count Old Forester as being necessarily a rival because it's not. It's finished.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
The Old Forester is finished.
Yeah, it's double barrel.
It's a double.
That's a
Seriously?
Yeah, that's the point. I was comparing it to the Woodford Reserve Double Oak.
I guess I didn't realize that was.
That's why it's so dark and so sweet.
It is really dark.
So, I'll put it same level.
Sure.
Knob Creek 12-year just for the sake of conversation.
Yeah.
12-year is, I would say, 20% better, and it seems to be all in the finish. When you compare it to the small batch. And I mean, we're comparing the 12-year to the $200 bottle. But,
Yeah.
it has to be on top because otherwise
There's no reason to buy it.
I wouldn't have bought it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really good.
It was really
It
good.
hit all the check boxes.
Amazing.
I'd say
It's
the one check box.
50% finished. It's so sweet. Yeah.
The one check box it didn't. It left me with usually a whiskey invites me to take another sip. You know, that one I could have I mean, I wouldn't, but I could have one sip and like, yeah, I know what this is about.
It's
you know?
satisfying.
It's satisfying. It's so satisfying that I could be done with a sip.
That's
yeah.
the best part of it.
And
I think that's the draw, though.
sure, yeah. So like, but what that causes the next sip, I'm not like anticipating the great flavors. I'm just getting them. It's like I'm already having the good stuff.
Because it's like, why do you buy the Basil Hayden?
Yeah, the Basil Hayden.
What is the draw to it? It's not
Unfortunately,
price friendly.
Yeah.
The only thing it has going for it is the 10-year age statement.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a cool belt.
I mean, it's got a belt and it looks like it's
Around
wearing a
it.
poncho.
Yeah, it's got a wrinkled poncho.
It's got a silver cap.
Got some crappy foil
Cool.
around it.
If you guys are good, I think
I'm
Eat
good.
some pizza.
I might close this out.
Yeah, do it.
Close it out. Give us
All
some
right.
concluding thoughts.
Whiskey I'm gonna close out with candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. Join us next time. Next week we may be doing a special edition of the Extraordinary Gentleman. The subject may be considering the book. Is it The Secret? I think it's The Secret.
You good?
We talked about this at work. I think it's called The
Secret.
Secret. Not the self-help book, but it's the one with the puzzles and stuff. So join us next time if you're interested.
Oh, that one.
Bye.